Hi, my name is Annette, and I wanted to talk to you and educate some of you on something that I just learned about and wished I've known about for years because I've been suffering with this. If you wake up in the morning and your stomach seems kind of flat, and through midday you look like you're 5, 6, 8 months pregnant, your bowels don't move correctly, you either have the diarrhea, constipation, or both, you're achy, fibromyalgia, restless leg syndrome, and even rosacea is associated with this. I would totally recommend that you go Google it or go get books. Just totally look this up and get as educated as you can on S.I.B.O. It's something that I just found out about, and what S.I.B.O stands for, S.I.B.O, is Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth. A lot of people have this and don't know it. Some people are treated for irritable bowel syndrome or celiac disease, going out and buying all gluten-free foods. But S.I.B.O is something where everyone has bacteria in their small intestines. Good bacteria, but sometimes you have too much of it in your small intestines, which isn't good. So it's not running through its whole cycle, and my bowel movements are sometimes twice a week if I'm lucky, and even then I just don't feel like I'm totally empty. I don't feel comfortable. I always feel bloated. I feel sick. Sometimes it's better than others. But there's a lot of times where my grandkids want me to play with them or go do something, or my kids want me to do something, and I just feel awful. And I've been living this way for years. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. You can go to a gastroenterologist, and what they do is a breath test. And it is called a lactulose breath test. And in this test, a non-absorbable sugar solution swallowed, and hydrogen and methane gases are measured in your breath. Gas levels will rise in the sugar, the solution, and as it passes through the intestine, resulting from fermentation of the sugar by bacteria. If the gas levels rise quickly and to an abnormal level, a diagnosis of small intestinal bacterial overgrowth can be made and treated. The majority of the gas that's produced by bacteria in the small intestine, and then most of it eventually absorbed by the lining and then taken up in the bloodstream, and then is expelled through your lungs. The effects of S.I.B.O in people include a variety of symptoms, including bloating, gas, pain, diarrhea, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, muscle pain, fibromyalgia, interstitial cystitis, restless leg syndrome, rosacea, and even bad breath. The most common cause of S.I.B.O is the reduction of the normal cycle of muscular activity in your small intestine at night. The disorder can result from and caused by an infection from the past even. What caught my eye was, including traveler's diarrhea, which I was, say it was in 1991 or 1992, I went to West Virginia, and I drank the water, and I got very, very sick. I got so sick I was hospitalized at Altoona Hospital in Pennsylvania when we got back. But I had giardia from the water, and this could be the cause. I'm guessing it is, but maybe not. There are other things, but traveler's diarrhea, gastroenteritis, and even food poisoning can cause this or a head injury. Some doctors are exploring the vagus nerve, which if you've had a head injury, it's all connected because your brain tells your body what to do. So it goes down through here, into here, down into your stomach and into your small intestine. And a lot of times your iliac valve isn't working. So, let me see. A lot of times they want to check, like a lot of doctors are exploring that. But There is an antibiotic that can cure this. It's called Axiflaxin or Xiflaxin. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's spelled Xiflaxan. And what they do is a 14-day course where you will take 6 pills a day for 10 or 20 days, depending on the severity of the breath test abnormality. And a lot of times your insurance company won't pay for this because it's a very expensive antibiotic, but it's the best one for this. So they will want you to try other things, and which I have. I've been taking probiotics, and actually I found out that probiotics in the beginning of S.I.B.O. until it's cured is actually not helping it. It's making the S.I.B.O. worse. So if your insurance absolutely refuses to pay, there are other antibiotics that you can try to use, which are S.I.B.O, Augmentin, Flagyl, and Neomycin, and they each have their own risks and side effects. The S.I.B.O and Augmentin can cause rash and antibiotic-associated diarrhea. The Flagyl, metronidazole, can cause a temporary metallic taste and nausea, and there can be numbness and tingling in your arms and your hands. Neomycin can rarely cause hearing loss or kidney problems, but only if they're pre-existing problems. But sometimes neomycin is often prescribed with the Axiflaxin where there are excess methane producing bacteria. Like I said, the methane, if you have excess methane, you're going to have constipation, hard stools. If you have the hydrogen, S.I.B.O, then you're going to have diarrhea, a lot of diarrhea. Or you can actually have both, which I do. More or less, I usually do have the constipation. But after the antibiotic treatment is finished and the symptoms improve, then they treat the underlying muscular disturbance with either low-dose erythromycin or low-dose naltrexone, LDN, each night at bedtime. Erythromycin is a common antibiotic, and it has properties of a hormone that stimulates small intestinal muscular activity. The medication is often needed as a long-term treatment to prevent the relapse of S.I.B.O. So S.I.B.O. can relapse and can come back. For those who are allergic to erythromycin, a Lyme probiotic can be taken once nightly to try to help prevent S.I.B.O. And naltrexone is an anti-opiate medication that can stimulate small intestinal activity. In cases where erythromycin, naltrexone, or Lyme are not effective, then periodic or maintenance doses of Axiflaxin may be prescribed. Some individuals may benefit from other medications. In individuals where we suspect that there have been damage to the lining of the small intestine by the S.I.B.O, which it can do, we'll try to help repair this intestinal permeability, also known as leaky gut, with a month of zinc, 200 milligrams daily in a probiotic capsule. Healthy bacteria examples include Align and Flora Q. If there's a relapse of the infection with return of the original symptoms, then the Axiflaxin or other antibiotics will need to be prescribed again. During the first few days, the Axiflaxin treatment can actually make you feel worse. You feel more bloated. You feel more gassy and discomfortable, or diarrhea. And it's important to reduce carbohydrates like breads, pasta, rice, cereal, dairy with lactose and fruit during this time and continue to take your medication. People who have long-standing or irritable bowel syndrome or fibromyalgia are taking antidepressants, they'll need to continue to do so. I'm on an antidepressant. I have been diagnosed by Dr. Fisher I had blood in my stool when I was 24 years old. And I had a colonoscopy done and he had given me dicyclamine, which is one thing that your insurance company will want you to try first. Dicyclamine did not help me whatsoever. I've been on fiber. I have taken Miralax. I have taken Fibercon. I have tried watching my diet. I've tried everything. Nothing's helping this. And I'm so happy that finally I happened to see on TV about this small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, the S.I.B.O. Other causes for this can be head injuries, stress, low hydrochloric acids, poor diet, medicines, food poisonings, and even Lyme disease. The gallbladder removal, which I had, I do not have a gallbladder, can also be one of the causes of S.I.B.O. because my gallbladder is not in there helping with my digestion. So what they're going to do is they're going to do a breath test. I'll see if I have the hydrogen or the methane S.I.B.O. I'm going to have that done, but I already guarantee you, just by looking up everything myself, that I do have S.I.B.O. I'm going to go get the breath test done. I'm going to try to get my insurance company, because I did get a denial form in the mail my doctor sent in, and they said they will not pay for the Exaflaxin until I've tried other treatments, and there's a list of things on there that I need to get from my doctor, which I will. So once I get the breath test done, I will make another video. I'll come on and tell you all about it, how it works. And I'm not going to take my probiotics until I find out, until after the Exaflaxin helps cure you. Then you start to get the good bacteria put back in there. You just don't want to put too much in there, because there's already too much in there causing the S.I.B.O. So what you're going to do, if you find out you have S.I.B.O., first you're going to want to starve it, then you're going to want to kill it, and then you're going to want to crowd it. So there are alternatives to people who don't like taking prescription medications. There are herbs. Alacalin, which is garlic. There's one called neem, N-E-E-M. Berberines, which is like golden seal, things like that. They do use that a lot and believe in that. There's oil of oregano, cinnamon, biofilm busting enzymes. But I do, myself personally, I want to try the Exaflaxin because it's a non-absorbing antibiotic, and it has had 99% results in helping to cure this. So I will let you know how it goes. I'm going to go to my doctor, but I just wanted to let you know about the S.I.B.O. so that you can investigate, and you can go in and Google it and read as much as you can and find out as much as you can, and go to your family doctor or gastroenterologist, get the test. And I'm just praying, because some of the videos that I've watched on S.I.B.O., they said it's like a godsend. Everything has changed for them. I do want to show you before I sign off. Right now, I do have a little bit of a gut. I'll show you later on, when throughout the day, sometimes it'll just blurp and I'll look like I'm 6 months pregnant. I will come back on and show you the difference in it, and how much energy you lose, and how sick you feel constantly, and tired and achy. So thank you for listening, and I will come back with my next video, and I will tell you all about my test, and I hope you learn and benefit from this. Thank you.